Hello, second graders. We are going to make this really cute fawn picture where we're going to start it today. So I've brought to your classroom big brown paper, Sharpies, and oil pastels and chalk pastels. So you'll be able to get the supplies as you need them. So the first thing you're going to need is your pencil and a big piece of brown paper. Now I'll be drawing with Sharpie because it shows up much better. So if you need to pause the video at any time, you can. Okay, so you want to find the middle of your paper, and I'm going to hold that spot. I'm going to put my hand there at the bottom. So I'm going to drag my finger down to my hand, and then I'm going to move over to where my pinky starts. And that's where I'm going to put a dot for my starting point. All right, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is curve up a little bit. And then it's kind of going to curve. It's almost like a wave. And then it's going to go up and over. Okay, now from that point, I'm going to come down and around. So this is the deer's head. All right, now I want you to draw a nose and a little mouth and a sleepy eye. All right, the next part is one of the ears. So about halfway between this open space, you're going to draw an ear shape. And we're going to add one more piece to this ear. So I'm going to draw a straight line down, not all the way, and then curve back towards the ear. Curve back towards the point of the ear. All right, now from here, I'm going to go up and around like that. Now I'm going to draw two straight lines. This one, the first one is shorter, the second one's a little bit longer. And then I want to connect this line to way over here. So it comes down a little bit and then it straightens out. So remember, you're using your pencil, so if you make a mistake or you need to fix something, you can erase it and do it again. Okay, now right here, we're going to make a line that comes out and goes up to show that that's the leg of the deer. All right, now we're going to be drawing a bigger line. So right about the middle of this curve, you're actually going to go the other way. You're going to curve up and around. Now this curve is going to end right here under the deer's mouth. So I'm actually going to draw my line out this way and then kind of curve up to meet that line. Okay, now I'm going to draw a kind of wavy line there to show that there's another leg back there. And then I'm going to draw a line from the top of this line to the top of the deer's head, and it's just going to be a curve. All right, and then the last thing we have to draw is the other ear. So that's going to come up and down right about there. Okay, so this is your chance to look over your picture and see if there's anything else you need to fix, erase, and fix. And when you're ready, I want you to get a Sharpie and trace all your pencil lines and color in the nose and this little part of the foot. So if you want to pause the video now so that you can trace yours and color the nose and foot, go ahead and pause it and come back when you're finished. All right, next we're going to do some shading, some light and shadow on the deer. So you have this box of oil pastels. You only need white and brown. And we're going to start with the white. And we will be blending some of these with our finger. So I'll tell you when you need to do that. Okay, so fawn have white spots on their fur, but they're not just circles. So I'm just going to make some, almost like if I was making a cloud in the sky. Just going to make some different shapes for the spots. And they're usually just on the deer's back. So that's why we're only putting them here. All right, now I want to add 2 more points of light. So right here at the edge of the deer's face, and right here at the bottom of this ear, you're going to color lightly with the white, and then you're going to take your finger and go over it, and it will blend it together. Alright, so now we actually are done with the white. And now we're going to use brown for shading. Okay, so the first one I'm going to color is this ear. And you don't have to color that hard. Just lightly. And then blend it with your finger. And then I'm going to do the top of this ear. in that little extra section we drew. And blend it. So we'll be blending all the brown. Okay, next we're going to do right down here and up and around a little bit. And again, blend it. Feel like you need a little bit more to blend, you can add a little more. Alright, the next space is right here above the white on the face. I'm just going to blend that in. All right, now we're going to do over here. And then we're going to do right here, all the way up, and on both sides of that black line. And then just two more spots, right on this side of the ear and over here on this side of the ear. Alright, so now we're done with the oil pastels. So the last thing you're going to need is some chalk pastels. So I've put some light green and some dark green in a container for you. So it doesn't matter which one you start with, but I'm going to start with the dark one, but you can do it either way, dark to light or light to dark. So I'm taking the dark and I'm just kind of gently putting it all over my paper, under the deer, around the deer. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same with the light. And it can go over the dark, or the dark can go over the light, however you're doing it. Okay, now this part's going to get a little messy. So I'm going to be using these 3 fingers, and I'm going to do the same thing I did with the oil pastels. I'm going to blend. So I'm going to go all over the entire paper, not the deer, because you shouldn't have green in the deer, even though I do a little bit. So I'm just rubbing the chalk. Your fingers might feel a little bit hot when you're rubbing this because that's friction. And when things rub together, they get warm. Okay, so when you think you're finished, the next thing I want you to do is turn your paper over and put your name on it. And then you can hand it in to your teacher, and make sure all the supplies get back where they came from. And then I'll collect these, and next week when we have we will finish up the picture by adding some leaves and some trees. Okay? So I hope you had fun making the fawn. And I'll see you in person next week. All right, bye.